Marcus Chen stared at his daughter's drawing taped to his bathroom mirror. 8-year-old Emma had drawn them together at his last home game. 2 stick figures holding hands under a basketball hoop. She'd written "My Hero" in purple crayon across the top. His phone buzzed on the granite counter. 3:47 a.m. A text from an unknown number. The photo loaded slowly. Marcus asleep in his bed. Next to him, Sophia Bennett. Long dark hair spilled across his pillow. Her face turned toward the camera, eyes open, that small smile playing at her lips. He was shirtless, clearly sleeping, completely unaware she was documenting the moment. Below the photo, a message. "You have 96 hours. Throw the next 3 games. Miss your shots. Turn the ball over. Make it look natural. Do this and the photo stays private. Fight me, and I send this to your ex-wife's lawyers, ESPN and Harrison Bennett. Your choice. Clock starts now." Marcus's hands went cold. Harrison Bennett, Sophia's father, minority owner of the Golden State Warriors, the man who'd already made it clear at last month's charity gala that his 22-year-old daughter was off limits to the roster. Marcus sat on the edge of his bathtub, phone shaking in his hands. Friday night replayed in his head like game film. Avalon, Hollywood. Post-game celebration. Sophia at the bar in a black dress that made every head turn. She'd approached him. They talked about art, not basketball. She was smart, funny, didn't treat him like a walking highlight reel. When she suggested leaving, he'd hesitated for exactly 3 seconds before saying yes. He was 43, divorced, legally single. He'd done nothing wrong, except he had, because in 72 hours he had a custody hearing, and his ex-wife Jennifer's lawyers had spent 6 months painting him as an aging athlete who chose nightclubs over parent-teacher conferences, who missed Emma's ballet recitals for away games, who cared more about his legacy than his daughter. One photo. That's all they needed. One photo of him in bed with a woman young enough to be his daughter, and Jennifer's lawyers would crucify him in family court. Marcus looked at Emma's drawing again. "My hero." He called his lawyer, David Kellerman, at 4:15 a.m. David picked up on the first ring, voice thick with sleep. "Marcus, what's wrong?" "I need you to tell me the truth. If a photo surfaces of me with a woman, consensual, both adults, nothing illegal, how bad does it hurt us in court?" Silence. Then, "How bad is the photo?" "Bedroom. She's clearly awake taking a selfie. I'm asleep next to her." "Jesus Christ, Marcus." David's voice went sharp. "Who is she? Does it matter? In family court? Everything matters. Jennifer's team will use this to prove you're prioritizing hookups over stability. They'll argue you're exposing Emma to a revolving door of women. They'll paint you as a 43-year-old man acting like a college kid." David paused. "We're already fighting uphill because of your schedule. This gives them ammunition we can't defend against. What are my odds if this comes out before Tuesday? Before the hearing? Marcus, you'd be lucky to get supervised visitation." Marcus hung up. He sat in his bathroom for 20 minutes, staring at that text message, doing the math. 72 hours until the custody hearing. 96 hours until the blackmailer's deadline. Devin, it had to be Devin, his backup, the 26-year-old who'd been gunning for his starting spot since training camp. The kid who smiled in his face during practice and then ran to the media to anonymously source stories about aging veterans holding back the team's future. Marcus had mentored him, taught him footwork, court vision, how to read defenses, and Devin had been studying him the whole time, looking for weaknesses. Sunday morning, Marcus showed up to practice at Oracle Arena, carrying the weight of that photo like a 50-pound vest. In the locker room, Devin sat 3 lockers down, lacing his shoes, scrolling through his phone. He looked up when Marcus walked in. "Morning, OG." Big game Tuesday against the Clippers. You ready? Marcus stared at him. Devin's face was blank, friendly even. No smirk, no tells. Yeah, Marcus said. Ready. Practice was a nightmare. Every time Marcus caught the ball, he felt Devin's eyes on him. Every shot he took, he wondered if this was what Devin wanted. Miss this one. Turn it over. Start the performance. Coach Stevens ran them through offensive sets. Marcus hit 7 straight jumpers. Devin sat on the bench, watching. After practice, Marcus stayed late shooting free throws. His ritual. 100 makes before he left. He was at 73 when Devin walked back onto the court, gym bag over his shoulder. You good, man? Devin asked. You seem tense. Marcus caught the ball, held it. Just focused. Focused on what? We're 3-0 in preseason. You're averaging 28 points. You're playing like you're 30, not 43. Devin smiled. Must be nice having nothing to worry about. There it was, the edge in his voice, the confirmation. Everyone's got something to worry about, Marcus said quietly. Devin's smile widened. Yeah, I guess they do. He started walking toward the exit, then stopped. Oh, hey, I saw Sophia Bennett posted something on Instagram Friday night. She took it down pretty quick, but you know how the internet is. Screenshots live forever. Marcus's jaw tightened. See you tomorrow, OG. Devin left. Marcus stood at the free throw line for 10 minutes, ball in his hands, completely frozen. Devin had just confirmed everything. He had the photo. He'd probably orchestrated the entire night. Sophia showing up at Avalon wasn't coincidence. It was a setup. Monday, 36 hours until the custody hearing. Marcus met with David at a coffee shop in Oakland, away from anyone who might recognize him. I need options, Marcus said. David pulled out a legal pad. Option 1, go to the police. Report the extortion. Devin's smart. He used a burner. No way to prove it was him. Option 2, pay him off. He doesn't want money. He wants me to throw games. David looked up. That's match fixing. That's federal. If you do that and get caught, you go to prison. If I don't do it, I lose Emma. If you do it, you lose everything. David leaned forward. Marcus, listen to me. You cannot throw games. The league has forensic analysts who track shooting percentages, decision-making patterns, everything. The moment your stats drop suspiciously, they'll investigate. They'll find the photo. They'll find the connection. You'll be banned from the NBA and you'll face criminal charges. So what do? Option 3, we get ahead of it. You come clean to Harrison Bennett before the photo goes public. You apologize. You explain you didn't know who she was when you met her. Marcus laughed, bitter. Harrison told me at the gala that any player who so much as looked at Sophia wrong would be cut from the roster. You think an apology fixes that? It's better than him finding out from ESPN. He'll still cut me. And if I'm cut before the hearing, Jennifer's lawyers will say I'm unemployed and unstable. I lose Emma either way. David closed his legal pad. Then we pray the photo doesn't come out before Tuesday. Monday night. Marcus picked Emma up from Jennifer's house for their weekly dinner. She ran to his car wearing her Warriors jersey, number 23, his number. They went to her favorite pizza place in Berkeley. Emma talked nonstop about school, her best friend Zoe, the science project on volcanoes she was building. Marcus tried to focus, tried to be present, but his phone felt like a bomb in his pocket. Daddy, are you listening? He looked up. Emma was staring at him, pepperoni slice halfway to her mouth. Of course, sweetheart. Volcanoes. You seem sad. I'm not sad. I'm here with you. That makes me happy. Emma put her pizza down. Mommy says the judge is going to decide where I live on Tuesday. Marcus's chest tightened. Yeah, I want to live with you. I want that too, baby. Then why do we have to go to court? Why can't I just tell them I want to be with you? It's complicated. Mommy says you care more about basketball than me. The words hit like a punch. Marcus reached across the table, took Emma's small hand in his. That's not true. You are the most important thing in my life. Basketball is just what I do. You are who I am. Emma's eyes filled with tears. Then why are you always gone? Marcus had no answer, because she was right. He'd missed her 8th birthday for a playoff game, missed her school play for a road trip to Miami, missed 100 small moments because the game demanded it. I'm going to do better, he said. I promise. Do you promise you won't leave? I promise I will fight for you every single day. Emma smiled, wiped her eyes. Okay. Marcus drove her back to Jennifer's house at 8. Jennifer met them at the door, arms crossed. She has school tomorrow. You're late. By 10 minutes. 10 minutes matters, Marcus. Routine matters. Stability matters. These are the things the judge cares about. Emma hugged Marcus tight. I love you, Daddy. I love you too, sweetheart. See you Tuesday. Jennifer closed the door. Marcus sat in his car and watched the lights go off in Emma's bedroom window. His phone buzzed, unknown number. 48 hours left. Tuesday's game against the Clippers. First quarter, 3 turnovers. Second quarter, missed 5 shots. Third quarter, 2 more turnovers. Fourth quarter, get benched for poor performance. Do this, and Wednesday morning you wake up with your daughter. Fight me, and you wake up alone. Marcus drove home, walked into his empty penthouse, and stood in front of Emma's drawing on his mirror. My hero. Tuesday morning. Game day. Custody hearing at 2 p.m. Tip-off against the Clippers at 7:30 p.m. Marcus sat in David's office at 9 a.m., signing documents, reviewing testimony. David walked him through what Jennifer's lawyers would argue. Unstable lifestyle, excessive travel, poor judgment, prioritization of career over family. They're going to make you look selfish, David said. Our job is to show the judge that you're committed to change, that you're willing to adjust your schedule, hire a nanny, create structure. What if something comes out today? Something that makes me look worse? David studied him. Is there something I should know about? Marcus said nothing. At 1:45 p.m., Marcus walked into San Francisco family court wearing a navy suit, white shirt, no tie. He looked like a man trying to seem approachable, trustworthy, safe. Jennifer sat on the opposite side with her lawyers, Catherine Ross and Michael Chang. Catherine was a shark, 55, silver hair, a reputation for destroying fathers in custody cases. Michael was her attack dog, mid-30s, ruthless. The judge, Honorable Patricia Morrison, entered. Everyone stood. For 90 minutes, Marcus listened to Catherine Ross dismantle his character. She presented his travel schedule. 41 away games per season, frequent late-night flights, hotels, minimal presence in his daughter's daily life. She showed photos of him at clubs, at bars, a lifestyle incompatible with providing a stable home environment for an 8-year-old child. She called Jennifer to the stand. Jennifer cried, said Marcus loved Emma, but didn't understand what it meant to be a parent. He thinks showing up for big moments is enough, but parenting is the small moments, the homework, the bedtime stories, the scraped knees. He's never there for those. David cross-examined. Asked Jennifer if Marcus paid child support. Yes. If he attended Emma's events when possible? Yes. If Emma loved her father. Of course she does. Then David called Marcus to the stand. Mr. Chen, do you love your daughter? More than anything in this world. Are you willing to make changes to your schedule to be more present? Absolutely. I've already spoken to my team about reducing travel. I'm hiring a full-time nanny to provide consistency. I'm committed to being the father Emma deserves. Catherine Ross stood for cross-examination. Mr. Chen, you're 43 years old, correct? Yes. And you're currently single? Yes. Do you date? Marcus hesitated. Occasionally. Define occasionally. I'm a single adult. I sometimes meet people socially. Where do you meet these people? Various places. Nightclubs? Sometimes. And do you bring these women around your daughter? No, never. Catherine smiled. So you maintain a completely separate social life from your parenting life? I keep my personal life private, yes. Mr. Chen, this past Friday night, where were you? Marcus's blood went cold. I was out with friends. At Avalon Hollywood? The courtroom felt like it was shrinking. Yes. And did you leave with anyone? David stood. Objection? Relevance? Judge Morrison looked at Catherine. Counselor, where is this going? Your Honor, it goes to the petitioner's judgment and lifestyle choices, choices that directly impact his fitness as a custodial parent. I'll allow it. Mr. Chen, answer the question. Marcus looked at Jennifer. She was staring at him, confused. She didn't know. Catherine was fishing. I left alone, Marcus lied. Catherine raised an eyebrow. You're under oath, Mr. Chen. I'm aware. She let it hang there for 5 seconds. Then she smiled. No further questions. Judge Morrison called a 15-minute recess. Marcus stepped into the hallway, pulled out his phone. A new message. Unknown number. You just lied under oath. I have the photo. I have the timestamp. I have Sophia's Uber receipt showing she went to your address. Keep lying, and I'll send everything to the judge before she makes her ruling. Or you can play tonight's game my way, and this all goes away. Your choice. You have 6 hours. Marcus's hands were shaking. David appeared beside him. What happened in there? Why did Catherine ask about Friday night? I don't know. Marcus, if there's something you're not telling me, there's nothing. But there was everything. At 4:30 p.m., Judge Morrison returned to the bench. I've reviewed the testimonies and evidence presented. This is a difficult decision. Both parents clearly love their daughter. However, my primary concern is stability. Mr. Chen, while I commend your commitment to change, your current lifestyle and schedule present challenges that cannot be immediately resolved. Mrs. Chen has demonstrated consistent presence and routine. Therefore, I am awarding primary custody to Mrs. Chen, with Mr. Chen receiving visitation every other weekend and Wednesday evenings, pending a review in 6 months. The gavel fell. Marcus felt his world collapse. Emma, gone. Jennifer's lawyers packed their briefcases, victorious. Jennifer wouldn't look at him. Marcus walked out of the courthouse into the October sun. He had 3 hours until game time. His phone buzzed. Sorry about the custody ruling. That must hurt. But hey, you can still make this right. Play the game my way tonight, and I'll delete the photo forever. Nobody ever has to know. You get your fresh start in 6 months. Or don't, and tomorrow morning Harrison Bennett gets an email that destroys what's left of your career. Clock's ticking, OG. Marcus drove to Oracle Arena in silence. The locker room was alive with pregame energy, music blasting, teammates getting taped up, going through rituals. Devin sat in his locker, headphones on, eyes closed, completely calm. Coach Stevens gave his pregame speech. Clippers are 3-0, just like us. This is a statement game. I need everyone locked in. Marcus, they're going to double you all night. Make the right reads. Move the ball. Devin, be ready. You're going to get minutes tonight. Devin opened his eyes, looked at Marcus, smiled. The national anthem played. Marcus stood at center court, hand over heart, staring at the American flag. He thought about Emma's drawing. My hero. He thought about the judge's words. Instability. Poor judgment. He thought about Devin's message. Play my way or lose everything. Tip off. First quarter. Marcus brought the ball up court. Clippers double-teamed him at half court. He had an open teammate on the wing. Easy pass. Instead, Marcus forced a drive into traffic, lost the ball. Turnover. On the bench, Coach Stevens yelled, "What was that?" Marcus jogged back on defense, jaw clenched. Next possession. Marcus caught the ball at the elbow, his favorite spot. He'd hit this shot 10,000 times. Wide open, he released. The ball clanged off the front rim. Third possession, another turnover. Marcus threw a pass directly to a Clippers defender. Coach Stevens called timeout. "Marcus, what the hell is going on? You look lost out there." "I'm fine, just getting my rhythm." "Your rhythm? You've committed 3 turnovers in 4 minutes. Wake up." Marcus sat on the bench, towel over his head. Devin sat next to him. "Rough start, OG," Devin whispered. "Keep it up." Second quarter. Marcus checked back in. He missed his next 5 shots. All good looks. Shots he'd made his entire career. The Oracle Arena crowd started murmuring. Announcers in the booth were confused. Marcus Chen is 0 for 8 from the field. 3 turnovers. This is uncharacteristic basketball from a future Hall of Famer. At halftime, the Warriors were down 18. Coach Stevens pulled Marcus aside in the locker room. "Talk to me. Are you hurt?" "I'm fine." "You're not fine. You're playing like you've never touched a basketball. Is this about the custody hearing?" Marcus looked up. "How do you know about that?" "David called me this afternoon. Told me you might need some grace tonight. I'm giving you grace, but I need you to give me something back. Either lock in or I'm sitting you." Marcus nodded. Third quarter. Marcus forced himself to play better. He had to. If he kept tanking, Coach would bench him, and Devin would win anyway. He hit 2 shots, made the right passes. The Warriors cut the lead to 12. His phone was in his locker. He couldn't check it. Didn't know if Devin had sent the photo yet. Didn't know if Harrison Bennett was already making calls to cut him. Fourth quarter, Warriors down 10 with 6 minutes left. Marcus brought the ball up, attacking. He hit a 3-pointer, then another. Oracle Arena erupted. The comeback was happening. Devin sat on the bench watching, face expressionless. Marcus drove to the basket, drew a foul, hit both free throws. Warriors down 5, 3 minutes left. Then Marcus's legs gave out. Not physically, mentally. He thought about Emma, about losing her, about waking up tomorrow to headlines, about Harrison Bennett's fury, about criminal investigations for match fixing if he kept playing well, about losing everything if he didn't. He stopped attacking, started passing, safe plays, low-risk basketball. The Clippers pulled away. Final score, Clippers 112, Warriors 98. Marcus finished with 14 points on 4 for 18 shooting. 6 turnovers. His worst game in 5 years. In the post-game press conference, reporters asked what happened. "Just an off night," Marcus said. Credit to the Clippers' defense. "Marcus, you seemed hesitant in the fourth quarter. Were you injured?" "No injury. Sometimes the shots don't fall." Back in the locker room, Marcus sat alone while teammates showered and left. Devin walked past, gym bag over his shoulder. "Hell of a game, OG." He stopped at the door. "Check your phone." Marcus waited until the locker room emptied. He pulled out his phone. Unknown number. "Not good enough. You played too well in the second half. The deal was 3 turnovers first quarter, 5 missed shots second quarter, 2 turnovers third quarter, and get benched fourth quarter. You hit 3-pointers in the fourth. You tried to win. Deal's off." Marcus's heart stopped. Next message. A screenshot. An email draft. 2. Harrison Bennett. CC, ESPN, TMZ, Deadspin. Subject, Warriors star Marcus Chen. Photos you need to see. Attachment, the photo. Another message. You have until midnight to decide. Tomorrow's practice, you tell Coach Stevens you're taking a personal leave. 2 weeks, you step away from the team. I get your minutes. I get my shot. You come back when I say, and this photo disappears forever. Or I send this email at 12:01 a.m. and you lose everything in one night. Your choice, OG. Marcus drove home, walked into his penthouse, stood in front of the mirror. Emma's drawing was gone. He'd taken it down before the custody hearing, trying to look professional for the judge. Now it sat on his kitchen counter, wrinkled and small. My hero. He picked up his phone, started typing a message to Devon's number. Then he stopped, because Marcus Chen realized something. Devon had already won. The custody battle was lost. The photo was real. Harrison Bennett would eventually find out. The Warriors would cut him. ESPN would run the story. His reputation would take the hit regardless. The only question left was whether Marcus would go down as a man who folded under pressure or a man who refused to be broken. He deleted his message to Devon. Instead, he called Harrison Bennett. The phone rang 4 times. Harrison picked up, voice sharp. Marcus, it's 11 at night. I need to tell you something before you hear it from someone else. What are you talking about? Friday night, I met a woman at a club. We went back to my place. I didn't know who she was until after. Harrison, the woman was Sophia. Silence. Then, you slept with my daughter? I didn't know she was your daughter. She didn't tell me. I swear I didn't. You're 43 years old, Marcus. She's 22. I know, I'm sorry. I'm calling because there's a photo. Someone's trying to blackmail me with it. They're threatening to send it to you, to the media. I wanted you to hear it from me first. Harrison's voice went cold. Who has the photo? I think it's Devon Price. He's trying to force me out. And you're telling me this now? After you've already been to court? After you've already played tonight's game like garbage? I'm telling you because I'm done hiding. I made a mistake. I'm owning it. Harrison was silent for a long time. Then, be at my office tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Don't be late. He hung up. Marcus sat on his couch staring at the ceiling. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. Did you really just call Harrison Bennett? Are you insane? You just ended your career. Hope it was worth it. Marcus typed back. Send the photo. Do whatever you want. I'm done playing your game. He blocked the number. At 12:15 a.m., the photo hit Twitter. By 1 a.m., it was on Deadspin. By 2 a.m., ESPN had a segment on SportsCenter. By 3 a.m., Marcus's phone had 63 missed calls from reporters, teammates, friends. He didn't answer any of them. Instead, he pulled out Emma's drawing, smoothed out the wrinkles, and taped it back on his mirror. Then he went to sleep. Wednesday morning, Marcus walked into Harrison Bennett's office at 7:55 a.m. wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Harrison sat behind his desk, reading something on his computer. He didn't look up. Sit. Marcus sat. Harrison turned his monitor around. The photo. Every headline. ESPN's hot take. Twitter's memes. The internet's judgment. My daughter called me at 4 this morning, crying, Harrison said quietly. She said she didn't know it would go this far, that she never wanted it to become public, that someone stole the photo from her private Instagram. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this, Marcus. Do you know what the Warriors organization looks like right now? We have a minority owner's daughter involved in a scandal with one of our players. The optics are a nightmare. I know. I should cut you, fire you, make an example. I understand. Harrison leaned back in his chair. But my daughter also told me something else. She said you were kind to her that night, that you didn't treat her like a trophy, that you talked to her like a person. She said when she left your place Saturday morning, you called her an Uber, walked her to the door, and asked if she was okay. Marcus said nothing. She also said Devon Price has been texting her for weeks, asking about you, fishing for information. She thought he was just being friendly. She didn't realize he was setting a trap. Harrison's eyes went hard. Devin Price will be cut from this roster today, effective immediately. We don't tolerate extortion. Marcus looked up. How did you? Sophia showed me the messages. Devin was sloppy. He mentioned details only someone who planned this would know. Harrison stood. You're not getting cut, Marcus, but you are being suspended. 2 games, no pay, and you're going to issue a public apology, not for sleeping with a consenting adult, but for the distraction this has caused the team. Okay. And Marcus, stay away from my daughter. Yes, sir. Marcus walked out of Harrison's office into the Oracle Arena parking lot. His phone buzzed. David Kellerman. I just saw the news. Are you okay? I don't know yet. Jennifer's lawyers are already moving to file an emergency motion. They're going to use the photo to argue you're an unfit parent. Let them. Marcus, this makes everything harder. I know, but I'm done hiding who I am. If the judge wants to punish me for being human, for making a mistake, then that's on her. But I'm not going to let anyone blackmail me into being someone I'm not. David sighed. We'll fight it. 6-month review, remember? We show growth. We show change. We show that you learn from this. Thanks, David. Marcus hung up. He drove to Jennifer's house. She answered the door, arms crossed. You have some nerve showing up here. I need to see Emma. Visitation starts next week, not today. Jennifer, please, 5 minutes. She stared at him. Then she stepped aside. Emma was sitting on the living room couch, watching cartoons. When she saw Marcus, she jumped up, ran to him. Daddy! Marcus knelt down, hugged her tight. Hey, sweetheart. I saw the news. Kids at school were talking about it. They said you did something bad. Marcus's throat tightened. I made a mistake. Grown-ups make mistakes sometimes. Are you in trouble? A little bit, yeah. Mommy says I have to live here now. I know, but I'm going to work really hard to make things better. And no matter what, I'm always going to be your dad. Nothing changes that. Emma looked up at him with those big brown eyes. Are you still my hero? Marcus thought about the last 4 days. The blackmail, the lies, the courtroom, the game he'd tried to throw, the career he'd almost destroyed. The moment he'd finally decided to stop running and face the consequences. I don't know if I'm a hero, baby, but I'm trying to be someone you can be proud of. Emma hugged him tighter. I'm already proud of you. Jennifer cleared her throat. Time's up. Marcus kissed Emma's forehead, stood up. I'll see you next week, okay? Okay, Daddy. I love you. I love you too. Marcus walked back to his car. His phone buzzed one more time. Unknown number, but not Devin. A different number. Hey, Marcus, it's Sophia. I'm so sorry about everything. I never meant for this to happen. Devin told me he was your friend. He said you'd think it was funny. I'm an idiot. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Marcus stared at the message for a long time. Then he typed back. We both made mistakes. Let's just move forward. He drove home. The photo was everywhere. Twitter memes, commentary, think pieces about age gaps and power dynamics and athletes and responsibility. Some people crucified him. Some people defended him. Most people just made jokes. But Marcus didn't care anymore because he'd learned something in those 96 hours. Blackmail only works when you value your image more than your integrity, when you're more afraid of judgment than truth, when you're willing to sacrifice who you are to protect who people think you are. Marcus had lost the custody battle. He'd been suspended. His reputation had taken a hit. The internet had turned him into a meme, but he'd walked into Harrison Bennett's office and told the truth. He'd faced the consequences. He'd looked his daughter in the eye and admitted he made a mistake. And somehow, in the wreckage of everything he'd tried to protect, Marcus Chen had found the one thing Devin's blackmail couldn't touch: his integrity. 3 months later, Marcus returned to the court. The Warriors were 7-3 without him. He came off the bench now. 20 minutes a game. His role had changed. His legacy had shifted. But every Wednesday night, he picked Emma up from Jennifer's house and they had dinner. Every other weekend, she stayed at his place and they watched movies and built pillow forts, and he helped her with her science homework. The 6-month review was coming. David thought they had a shot at joint custody. Jennifer had softened, seeing Marcus actually follow through on his promises. The photo still existed. It always would. But it didn't define him anymore. One night, Emma stayed over and drew a new picture. This time it was them at his apartment, sitting on the couch, eating popcorn. She wrote "My Dad" across the top in purple crayon. Not hero, just dad. Marcus taped it to his bathroom mirror. It was enough.